It's a great howdy, my friend. Maybe,
I learned from you. I learned from you.
You know, I'm Texas native, not Texas native, but I've lived here before. It feels like a second home. But I tell you what, man, a great performance so far in this series. As we said, the #1 seed taking on the #8 seed. It's been competitive so far, Jay.
It definitely has. You know, Seattle Surge do exactly what we expect them to do. That's take the respawn. But the biggest thing was that Guerrillas were able to respond by taking that search and destroy in a search and destroy that Seattle have finally found some success in recently. So that's a big one for them. Now it's all about this control. Whoever takes this takes the series, in my opinion.
Without a doubt, I know we have two players that we want to focus on heading into this Fortress control. And, you know, oftentimes when we're talking about Fortress, a map that's very much based off of the SMGs, it's really the inverse when we're talking about comparisons. Really, when it comes down to this map 3 control, we're talking about assault, we're talking about accuracy so far, Jay. These guys, I mean, they've been the difference, it feels like, in terms of really where the success has been.
Oh, yeah, you can see the stat line for Assault. He's just been taking over when you talk about this mode. And usually when I find myself talking about the Guerrillas in control specifically, they still have a 0.8 KD as a squad when you talk about that mode, even with Assault having a 1.32 so far in this stage, man. So Assault's got to try to go big. Accuracy's just got to hold down the lanes for his SMGs. Both of these players have some great teammates on this map. Pred, he is unstoppable when you're talking about the attacking rounds. And what makes this map so difficult versus a team like Seattle Surge is that they find themselves a majority of the time winning their attacking rounds. It doesn't happen on a map like Fortress, but they make it look easy.
Yeah, how uncommon is that? Like, we're talking stats-wise, they're winning 50% of the time.
Wow.
When they are on Fortress attack, that is wild. It feels like they're playing a different map. I don't know, maybe they're playing a different version of Albagra Fortress. Who knows? Maybe they've got some keys underneath the map, not exactly sure. And now, well, that attacking prowess will now be put to the test. Seattle starting things off on what is not at all the more preferred side, but they've been able to make it look like that so far throughout the season. And right now, Jay, they are already one segment in. It might be there, I have no idea. Exceed just on the cusp, able to drop one, and that is not a segment captured. Big win coming from the Rook again.
That's good work right there from the Guerrillas to not allow that first segment to get completed. Forward to Seattle Surge. Now you put them in towards the trap. They was able to find two. You still have a couple players farther pushed up towards middle maps. Just have to find these couple of kills and none other than Exceed to start it off with two.
And you and I were talking about it even just during the commercial break about, okay, Fortress control. We're talking about the SMGs. Obviously, the ARs were highlighted for obvious reasons, but it is going to come down to that aggression. Arseny's yet to get on the board, but thankfully, his rookies and really his COD champs compadre and Assault having a wonderful start so far to this Fortress. There's 30 seconds left to go. Seattle are in the absolute fun trap. That's now 7 a row as a team. LAG surely do not let this one slide.
Oh yeah, there's no way they can let this one out. If I'm with them though, I'm putting at least one player on towards that 8 point to decap it a little bit, but they're finding all the kills in the feed. That's another 4 dead.
But a 4.
Seattle Surge have not been able to find anything on their attacking side. And now with only 5 seconds left, it's looking like this is gonna be a great defensive hold for the Guerrillas. Not giving up any segments. Now puts them in a nice little 1-0 lead.
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing, right, is LAG. Okay, cool, they walk away with the defense, but they're able to do it, not allowing a single segment and not allowing it from what is, without question, the best Fortress attack team in the game. As we said, it was a slow start for Arseny's. I think he pretty much does not even get a single kill through the first round, but it was the other boys. It was the rest of the squad picking up for him. And now it's LAG's opportunity, man. I mean, tell you what, all they need is one segment, and at least they're in the lead.
Yeah, I think right now, if you are the Guerrillas, you have a couple players who are working on some streaks. I think that's the thing that you want to put a lot of focus on to earn that cruise missile, because it's not easy to win attacking rounds on the side of the Guerrillas. They only have a 5% chance of winning a round on this side of the map. They do find a couple kills, though. They're able to stop that clock. That's all 4 dead. Seattle coming off spawn.
See if they can make this an early segment capture. They've got 2 bodies, now make it nearly 3 on it. Assault looking for the angles, looking for the opportunities. Meanwhile, for Sib, when he's trying to cut down the middle lane, but he's got nobody to join him. That is 2 segments grabbed here off the rip from LAG. And even if this round came to a close here, you'd still be pretty happy with it. But Jay, we've got a minute still left to go.
Oh yeah, that's job well done for the Guerrillas. Even if they don't find anything else on this round, just completing those 2 segments can be so impactful as we get to the later half of this game. It's going to be on Arseny's with the flank. Unfortunately, not able to pick up anything. Almost made his way out, but Seattle finding all the kills. Now the Guerrillas have to fight out of this swamp.
Oh, now it could be Fred's opportunity to strike on 4. Now make it 5 in a row. We're talking about players who are not on the board. Mac still yet to arrive. 0-9 to kick us off, but it's all right, Mac. No pressure. None at all. 30 seconds still left to go, as we said, for LAG. Technically job done, but they're not ready to give this one up here. The only problem is that that decision might be made for them. Exceed and Arcene's able to come away with 2, but it's Fred's opportunity to try and strike again. Mac able to get on the board. The crowd loves it. And we'll make it 2, Jay.
That's good work right there from Mac to relieve that pressure over towards A. Finally found his first 2 kills on the map. Guerrilla's able to stop that clock by having one player sneak out towards B. He gets cut down. Now the last player up is going to be Joe Deceives in towards maps. Not going to have enough time to get towards either one of these points, as LAG are going to walk away with 2 segments. Also have that cruise missile to work with. Even though Seattle Surge take that round, LAG do a great job of doing what they need to do, just in case it gets to that round number 5.
As it so often does.
Now they put themselves up by 2 segments.
Solid first 2 rounds coming in from the Guerrillas, but as we talked about it, for Surge, they gotta try to show us on land that incredible ability on fortress control attacks. Last time it was LAG who got them in the hold early. I mean, really, it was probably just half of a second from getting at least 1 segment over on A, but they were left without a single tick to their name. Fred trying to get off to a hot start. Flies in from the skies. However, it's a 3-for-1 trade. Only player alive currently is going to be Civ, making his presence felt early over at that A zone. Question being, how long can he stay alive? And not long, Jay. Not long at all.
Not long at all. Now your teammates have to fight out of their base, and Joe Deceives was the guy that was causing you problems the last go-around. He finds himself already 15-6 in that KD department. On a 5-3, can potentially earn himself his own cruise missile. Great shots onto accuracy, not able to pick up the kill. He's trying so hard to find one, but eventually Mac flies in and takes him down. This has been a great defensive hold. Once again, nothing to show for it on the side of Seattle Surge. You have to get out of your base, and the team kill's not going to help.
Yeah, that does not help at all. Fred was trying to make a bit of a route. You could see Seattle, their arrows, they were in a good position to maybe at least get somebody over toward that A zone. But once more, they have been thwarted. Once more, they have been shut down. As Joe Deceives continuing to be the talk of the town, the primary player here on Fortress. 15 seconds to go. Can Seattle just even see the objective, let alone capture a segment? It has been flawless defense so far here from the Guerrillas. Assault goes low. 1 player is at least able to get on it. Accuracy. Can he stay up? Instant 1v1 Chow. Arcene's is there. Seattle, they do have some bodies, though, that make it into A.
Oh, right now, and if you're in Seattle in this situation, everybody just get on the point, try to complete those 2 segments, because all of LAG, we're putting a lot of focus over towards B, where they now have to invest that cruise missile. You take down Fred, that's a clean 4 dead. But if you are a Seattle Surge, at least you get that 1 segment complete. But I think regardless, it's going to be the Guerrillas, even if they lose this attacking round, by just being up by 1 segment, are going to guarantee themselves that defense going into that round number 5. So Seattle Surge are going to have to show why they are the best attacking team on Fortress if they clutch up on this defense.
Yeah, it's a great investment, right, from Assault. Oftentimes for, for those who maybe are new to watching Fortress Control, it may seem like an odd play. It's like, you know what, cool, what's the big deal if they get that second segment? Like we said, LAG, just in that moment, because they don't give away the second one, they are guaranteed to be in the best spot in the game if we go to a round number 5. But still got a bit of business to attend to before then. Arcene's trying to get off to a hot start. As you can see, the play right now for LAG is to at least get somebody into B, and that is job well done. Exceed is on that point, trying to cause a bit of chaos behind enemy lines.
Yeah, Exceed's just trying to stay alive as long as he can. Try to open up a lane for his teammates to try to get out towards A, but he gets cut down, and then Saul also drops to Mac. So now all of the Guerrillas just taking their time in their base, trying to find an opening. Eventually, Joe Deceives does drop in. They're not moving, man. They're taking their sweet time, just trying to play for some kills, potentially earn themselves their own cruise missiles as well.
I think right now for LAG, it's maybe just playing for picks, maybe hoping that somebody from Seattle gets a tad bit aggressive. And I think for Surge, just given the lack of noise, they're just like, hey, you know what? We're just going to kind of hang out.
They ain't doing Nathan, man.
I know. I think for Surge, I mean, we know it, right? LAG, they know that they have got that defense. Let's not feed the streaks, but at the same time for Seattle, you may want to force a bit of aggression. I don't know, Jay.
You might want to, but you also don't want to give them any streaks to go into that follow round. The crowd is obviously not happy about it, but the Guerrillas are trying to win the damn match. They are just holding in the back of this one. Final 15 seconds.
Somebody's got to make a move.
No one's making a move, Lando.
Somebody, come on. Somebody move.
They're not trying to die.
Somebody move, please. Assault, I beg you. I beg you.
I know what it is.
What's that?
Guerrillas are just working on their setup because we're playing Fortress Hardpoint in that map number 4, so at least that pre-3 is going to be pretty dominant if they're playing like that.
Just mid-game, just mid-game, it's like, you know what? Let's just practice a little bit. It's Fortress Control after all. Let's just enjoy ourselves. No, obviously, man, don't like to see that. Fortress Control, we know it. All about the defenses, LAG, knowing they've got round 5 secured. Don't want to try to feed the streaks. From a strategic standpoint, obviously makes sense. We hate to see that. But round 5, here we go, Jay.
Here we go, and I'm pretty sure Pred has a cruise missile to work with. It's all going to be about these initial fights. You see the records for both of these squads. LAG, stellar. Wow. In round 5, when you talk about control, it all comes down to these kills. They're able to find the initial 2. Last 2 players from Seattle, they're able to get on out, but Joe Deceives cuts them down. Last player towards the middle of the map, this is going to be Mac. Now, so far, the Guerrillas, they do a great job of holding down the left side of the map, but Seattle, they're finding openings through double doors.
They are indeed. Joe Deceives trying to go for the right timings, does his job. However, the rest of the team not able to slay the rest of the members that remain inside of the objective. Exceed looking to get involved. Still, no segment officially captured yet from Seattle. However, as that 1v1 goes their way, they are on the road to what could be a full zone capture. We've yet to see it so far in this game, and right now it is looking good for Seattle. Winning the trades, and Mac, he's remaining inside of the truck. Assault looks to get involved, and Assault will take both. Big two-piece there out of him.
And the second segment does not get completed on the side of Seattle Surge. Now you have to fight out of your base, and Assault is cutting them all down. He finds himself on 5 in a row. Pred actually makes his way into bottom art, but you still have to get by Assault. Assault with the TAC 56, he's making it look easy. Earns himself that cruise missile. You're able to stop that pressure. Now your main focus on where is Pred.
Exactly, that is the biggest emphasis. This is a player who could break open everything. As long as Pred remains behind enemy lines, there is still a chance. 42 seconds is where we're currently paused at. And as we said for LAG, they gotta check every single corner. Pred erased, and now they can focus their attention onto the objective. And recognizing such, Assault looks to bring in the cruise. With that, Mac will fall. Arsenes picking up kills himself. 30 seconds to go. Can Seattle get the final segment at A and get another minute on the clock?
It's 14-9 and lives remaining. Seattle Surge, I'm pretty sure Pred still has that cruise missile. If he can't find the right timing to use it, he might have to invest it right off spawn, and he does. He's gonna pick up all the information. Your teammates just have to find a couple kills. That's 2 down in the feed. They find an opening, trying to get over towards B.
Player number 6, accuracy. He's got a big gun fight that he has to win versus Joe Deceives. Meanwhile, it does open up a lane. 4 seconds to go. Pred, you gotta go for the dolphin dive. You gotta walk away with that fight. LAG, they win their 1v1s, and they win the map. A stalemate in round 4, but they knew that it was theirs to throw away. All defenses here on Fortress Control. No surprise generally, but with Seattle Surge, man, having that previous prowess in a spot like that, a tad surprised that we didn't see more of an answer, honestly.
I was expecting a lot more from Seattle Surge, especially when you talk about their attacking success on this map. They're the best attacking team. You talk about Fortress Control, but they were only able to find 1 segment that entire time. The Guerrillas did a great job just slaying around towards Mac, keeping them in the trap. And every time someone had to go big, it was Assault and Joe Deceives. Always finding 2 or 3 in the feed to shut down that push. Guerrillas do a great job securing that round number 5 defense. They have the cruise missile to work with just in case anything gets out of hand.